Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to go over some more Palworld updates here. I feel like I haven't talked about it in a couple of days, and we got to go over some of the player accounts, some of the player numbers on respective platforms. Total number of players exceed 19 million in Palworld. It's been less than 2 weeks since Palworld was released. Thank you. Steam, 12 million copies, and Xbox, 7 million players. Now, they specifically note Steam is 12 million copies, so that's not Game Pass, that's just sold on Steam. At least I'd like to think. I don't know if that's including, like, copies refunded. However, I don't think there have been that many refunds with the game. So, if it legit sold 12 million copies, holy, you know what, yeah, holy crap, because that's an insane statistic. And then Xbox, they do note, is 7 million players. Now, I assume that's Xbox with Game Pass on PC, as well as Xbox consoles, which makes sense. There are a significant amount of people playing it on Xbox Game Pass, but I see most people just ending up buying the game, and with Game Pass, it might be a case of they play it for a little bit and either decide it's not for them, or they end up buying the game on Steam, or it could be a case of, they're playing the game quite a bit on Xbox. I just think there is a bit of crossover there, but at the very minimum, if you got 19 million players, a couple weeks after the release of the game, you are crushing it. Guys, this game ain't even out of early access yet. And I want to say that one of the big elements of this game's success is the accessibility. It's not a $60 game. It's on Game Pass. And even if you buy the game, $27 is quite a compelling price point for the game. And is the launch discount still going on? I don't know if that's the case. Okay, the launch discount ended, so it is $29.99, but still, $30 for a game that is giving you this much content, and you're gonna get a consistent stream of updates for. It's just an incredibly compelling purchase. Now, I understand why games have to be priced in a variety of different ways. You can't expect every game to be on the success level of Palworld, not even close to that. You've got games like a Dragon Infinite, while Suicide Squad releasing at $70. However, with those two respective games, while I understand they're big budget AAA games, and guys, I'm playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth and I'm loving the game, they also do nonsense where in the case of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, New Game Plus is locked behind the Deluxe Edition. Pay an extra $15 on that. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, you want to play the game early? Give us $100 instead of $70, and we'll let you play the game 3 days early. Oh, by the way, the servers are down, so good luck with that one. We still got your $100. Nonsense like that be going on, and Suicide Squad is a whole different animal that I don't need to unpack in this video. There's reasons for games to be priced in a variety of different ways. Some games will go the free-to-play model. Some games will go the budget price point in Palworld, which, by the way, Palworld, while it's $30 now, it is ultimately probably going to go up in price when it gets its full release, but games are going to be priced accordingly to what projections are on the return of investment. In the case of Palworld, it is a self-published game. There's a lot of moving parts when you assess why Palworld was priced the way it is, but I do 100% believe that that price point was an incredibly captivating reason for so many people to check it out. Just $30, half the price of your typical game, or even less than half the price of your typical game, given that so many games are $70. You guys get what I'm saying, but Palworld's price point, I think, was a big reason for the game's success. But on top of that, you're talking about a game that this game did not have a huge marketing push. But what is the most effective tool in gaming today for marketing? It is word of mouth. Word of mouth is so powerful, and Palworld is the perfect kind of game. Oh, it was before I even played it, but I'll give you guys how it went down for me. Before it even came out, I dropped it in the Discord. Oh, suddenly my casual friends that, play a couple games a year, they know about it. They're Pokemon fans. They're like, holy hell, Pokemon with guns. That was in their interest level. One of those friends then was up before me to play that game on January 19th when it hit early access. He suddenly is loving the game. He tells somebody else, and then the infection begins, and not every game is going to have that level of word of mouth. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, you're not gonna get that level of word of mouth. I can't go to somebody that's never played Yakuza and been like, yo, dude, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is such a great game, and it is a great game, but it's a $70 game that requires you, or at least you damn well should play Yakuza Like a Dragon. By the way, that's a 40 to 50 hour JRPG at best. By the way, then there's the argument of you should play Yakuza 0 and 1 through 7. You guys get the idea. Palworld is a game that is designed for word of mouth to really take over, and that was the biggest marketing push. Not really the case for a Yakuza or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. kind of the case for Suicide Squad. I mean, word of mouth can be powerful with a game like that, but at the end of the day, that game wasn't received all too well, or hasn't been received all too well. Reviews haven't gone live, but you guys get the idea of what I'm saying. The biggest promotional tool that Palworld has had is the fact that the price point is so good, the game is actually good, and word of mouth for a game like that has been so powerful. It's a case study that so many games can look at and learn a lot from. It would be foolish to expect games to get on the level of Palworld. You just can't get to that kind of level or even have that kind of expectation. But taking a look at Palworld and realizing what elements of it made it so effective, obviously the whole idea of these pals and these Pokemon creatures, whatever you want to say, and the resemblance to the Pokemon themselves was an effective tool, but a lot of games have been monster collecting titles. A lot of games have had, the Pokemon style of play, and obviously from a gameplay standpoint, totally different than Pokemon, but it had a lot of other effective elements going on for it, and I think Palworld is a game that's going to be studied, not just from indie developers, but also from the highest of publishers and the highest of thresholds of companies. It's a game you can really look at and learn a lot from in terms of its success. And hopefully it just gets better and better with early access because, guys, it's been 2 weeks since the game has come out. That 2-week mark, a lot of games do fall off after that 2 weeks. It's still rocking at over 1 million concurrent players as I am recording this video. I'm sure it'll fluctuate a little bit by the time you guys are watching the video, but that is still an incredibly strong number. Some of you guys might look at, bro, 2 weeks, that's the gauge point you're using? 2 weeks is all we can use for now. And again, ultimately, we'll have our answer 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now, but we do know that this game is in early access. We do know that the ceiling for this game is so incredibly high when more content rolls out. It's a different story than what happened with Halo Infinite, because Halo Infinite, while it was a free-to-play game, it released in its full state, and it released after a 1-year delay, and it still was severely lacking content, and people ultimately fell off of it. You look at Halo Infinite now, it's a robust experience compared to what it was, but people haven't jumped back in droves, and that's going to be difficult to do. I have an idea on how you can re-engage players with Halo Infinite, and I talked about it in previous videos. I think you released that game on PlayStation 5 for a wide variety of reasons. I won't get into that now, but for an example why Halo Infinite, it was a little bit different, and I still don't know how is Palworld going to turn out 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now, but what I can say is this: you're working at a platform of, let's say, 1 million concurrent players. It's going to be very difficult to fall below a threshold where the game isn't going to be supported for the long term, and there's really so much you could do with this game. It really is mind-numbing. For what the game is right now, it's a compelling experience, but what it could be, what Palworld could ultimately end up being, that's the most exciting thing to me, and I've said that over and over again. And by the way, credit to Enshrouded, because that game just came out. A lot of people were worried that it got shortchanged by just being released right around the same time as Palworld, but that game is killing it. Not doing Palworld numbers, but still doing very well for its own right as a different kind of survival game, and maybe this is a case of, honestly, rising tides lift all boats. You've got Palworld doing really well, and maybe some people are like, man, I like this survival style of gameplay. They want something a little bit different. Looked at Enshrouded. I think Enshrouded was going to do well regardless. I did think Palworld could potentially hurt it, and maybe it did. We have no way to know of, in a world where Palworld didn't exist, how would Enshrouded have done. But Enshrouded doing well in its own right, Palworld doing well. You've got a lot of big titles coming out right now. Grand Blue just dropped on PC today. What I'm saying, guys, we are 1 month into the year, and it is a damn good time to be a fan of video games. That's all I'm saying, and this is one of the most exciting like kickoffs to a year I've had in terms of being a gamer. I understand Suicide Squad was kind of a train wreck, but you look at everything else going right now on gaming. You got Persona dropping tomorrow, Palworld's crushing it, Grand Blue just dropped. No, there's some issues with that, but really good time to be a gamer and a lot of exciting titles ahead. That's gonna do it for me. Wanted to talk about this, rambled a little bit, but sometimes you guys enjoy that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you guys still playing Palworld, or just had a buddy complete his save, caught all the mons, finished all the towers, and now, after 70 hours in the game, I'm not even making that up, the man put in 70 hours over the last week and a half or so. Like, just crazy how much time people are sinking into these games. That's why, in a game like Palworld, offline is the way to go for me, because I'm trying to play all these other games while my boys, they've just been fiending on this game for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, where they have 50 to 70 hours. Like, come on, guys, I can't do that. Infinite Wealth, Grand Blue, gotta play these other games as well. But that'll do it for me. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.